Greetings, everyone. I am Dana Michelle Woods, and welcome to today's teaching. Well, I'm going to be talking about very briefly on what is the number one killer to your success. And I believe if you take a moment, just take a quick, like less than a second, if you can do that, I want you to think, just come with some ideas. What you think is the number one killer to your success? Well, okay, time is up. Let me give it to you. The number one killer to your success is checking out. That is the number one killer. It's not a lack of money. It's not a lack of ideas. It's not a lack of support. It's you. It's when you check out. It's when things happen in your life that you didn't prepare for. It caught you off guard and you began to, I call it spiraling down. And you feel as though, you know what, some people who spiral down are like, help, 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 help. And others are like, just let me hit the bottom. Let me just keep going out of control. But today we want you to not spin out of control any longer. We want you to check back in life. We believe here at the Dana Michelle Woods teachings that, listen, one of the things that we strive for is that don't check out of life. Life is meant to be a learning experience. It's meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be enjoyed with others as well. And there's nothing that you're going to experience in life that's going to cause you to want to check out. I understand sometimes we get knocked down, but you can't stay down. You got to stay back. You got to get back up, as a matter of fact. So let me give you 3 things that you can do. First, identify where you are. A lot of times when we do a self-reflection on ourselves, it's when something bad has happened. I always say you should do a daily self-reflection. I like to do it in the morning. It's okay. I just woke up. Where am I? Who am I? What do I expect to accomplish today? And so I want you to be able to always, number one, do an identification, a location of where you are, who you are, what are you? Only you can answer that question for yourself. I believe if more people begin to ask themselves that type of a question every single day, they would recognize that, you know what, I'm not my best self. I don't feel as energetic. I don't feel determined. I don't feel like I have a winning attitude and so forth. That I believe that if they did that, they would be able to identify, well, what's the source? The first thing was identification. Number 2 is the source. What's driving this? What's causing me to feel like I'm up and down? One minute I could conquer the world. Then the next minute I feel like I'm defeated. Like, you know, why am I here? I feel like I'm a fraud. I feel like I'm not my best self. What's the source of those negative thoughts? What's driving it? What's causing it? Why am I adopting those words? And why am I taking on that belief about myself? First one was identification. Second one was the source. Once you identify the source of what's really not bringing value to you, but it's really draining your momentum, it's draining your energy, it's causing you to stop. It's causing you to stop. It's causing you not to stop and reflect. It's causing you to check out. It's causing you to feel as though you're not worth moving forward. You're not worth what you're trying to aspire to accomplish. And it's those times when we check out, it's when we have stopped everything. It's like a train that was going, you know, maybe 200 miles an hour. And then all of a sudden it just stops. And it has passengers on the train. And nobody can get to their destination because the train, which is what the vehicle that's carrying the people, has just stopped for no reason. And you have to know, why did you stop? Why did you check out? Why did you give up on yourself? What was it? What caused it? That's why when I say the first step is identification, the second one is the source. When you get to number 2 and you really are authentic with that answer, then I promise you it's going to open you up to number 3, create that plan to move forward. So listen, today we're talking about what is the number one killer to your success. Well, the number one killer to your success is checking out. It's a time where you stopped. It's a time when you stop believing. It's a time when you stop being determined. It's a time when you stop really caring about what you do and who you are. And I want you to not stop. I want you to keep moving. Why? Because you have a destination to get to. There's so much more to you than what meets the eye. But if you stop, guess what? You will never know what's on the inside of you. Let me say it again. You will never know. It's not so much what people will know about you. It's that you will never recognize what really is on the inside of you and how awesome you really are. So it's imperative that you never check out of life, that you always keep yourself moving forward. And that is why it is important for number 3 that you plan to move yourself forward. What will it take for you, once you gather that information, step number 2, which is identifying the sources. Once you know the information, now what are you going to do with it? Because it's not in your best interest to keep going and stopping. You have to continue to keep moving forward. When things happen to you, you got to be able to say, okay, what's the lesson learned? Got it. Let me keep moving. And so that is why it is important for you to never check out of life. Don't give up. Always stay checked in. It's very, very important. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick teaching on the number 1 killer to your success, and that is checking out. Checking out means when we stop caring, when we stop giving, when we stop producing at a level that really moves us forward. It's a time when we are paralyzed by a situation that has drained us and that no longer brings value to us. It's a time where we just don't care any longer. And when you don't care any longer, you put your opportunities on hold. And we keep thinking that opportunities will happen around the corner. It's going to happen again. Sometimes you can't redeem an opportunity. So that's why it's imperative that when things happen, when you find yourself feeling like you're not at 100%, it's time for you to do a self-realization of where am I located, where you are. Number 1, you want to be able to, like I said, identify where you are. Locate yourself. Am I in the best mood? Am I in the greatest mood? Always ask yourself that question every day. I like to do it in the morning. Okay. Number 2 is identify the sources of where you feel as though, what's causing this. One minute I was feeling great. Next minute I was feeling bad. And then the third one is always, once you know the information, let's create a plan of action to move yourself forward. Remember, it's not enough to hear this information. Don't just hear my teachings. Apply the teachings to your life so that you can have the ultimate lifestyle. You control how you're living. So thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video.